Hey there, guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh, from Crossbar Capers, and with me today again, I have Ben from Corner Flag Games. Mate, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. I just had a pretty big weekend, mate, so still recovering, mate, personally. So, guys, on today's episode, we will be talking a fair bit about, obviously, the Jets again, and a little bit about, obviously, the A League itself, with some new things coming in, obviously, recently. So, look, let's just jump straight on into it, mate, and we will talk about the new loan system that's just come in. Obviously, I did read about it, a little bit about it today. So pretty much, obviously, what it is coming into effect from the 2018-19 season, is virtually a loan system for young, we'll say the younger talent coming through the A League, where they can obviously go to other A League clubs on loan deals. Ben, mate, your thoughts, and obviously if you've read anything better than I have.
Well, yeah, judging, this is something that has been quite a controversial topic over the A League's lifespan, and myself and a lot of other supporters of it as well have been crying out for some sort of system like this to be introduced.
Yeah.
As we know, players can't move between A League clubs either on loan or through a transfer, whether it be a sum of money or no sum of money. They have to be formally released from their contracts and then signed and picked up as a free agent. Which can be difficult, especially in the case of some A Leagues. On the rare case that they are on longer contracts, it's harder for them to get out of those longer contracts. One that comes to mind immediately is Wayne Brown, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, look, so pretty much what I've read on it in short detail is obviously that it's going to improve the prospects of young Australian players to feature a lot more regularly in the A League, etc. And obviously, we'll move them obviously around the competition, the competition itself. For obviously other clubs to secure new players and so forth. But yeah, so look, obviously it's like everything, I suppose. Again, I'm still not sold on the VAR, but people keep telling me that, just give it time, mate, she'll be right. Well, yeah. I suppose it's like everything else, you just got to give it time, and I suppose we'll give it the season and see how it is, and I'm sure Craig Foster and friggin' Slater and co will bash it and kick shit out of it if it's not good, or praise the hell out of it if it is, I'd say. So stay tuned.
But yeah, it is a nice change, and let's go into it in slightly a bit more detail. It is only a system for Australian under 23 players to move around and move to different clubs and try and get some game time at a lower side. But at the same point, there is still the cap on any team is only allowed to have 2 loan players at a time. So if anything, this deal is going to massively affect the way that Manchester City and Melbourne City do their business between each other.
Obviously, time will tell in regards to see how things go there. Obviously, you were talking about Wayne Brown. Obviously, we'll move quickly into that, obviously, because that is pretty hot topic. Wayne Brown today, obviously, terminating his last year of his contract on mutual agreement. How mutual? Well, only the Jets, Ernie Merrick, and obviously Laurie McKinnon will know that fully. But obviously, a good look. He was good for us. Did he do? I didn't even put that. I don't believe we got the best that I reckon we could have got out of him. Not saying that he did poorly.
No, not at all.
But I'm pretty sure, even as much as he said, obviously he came out and gave his own little spiel in regards to it, stating that he would, he'd like to thank everyone at the Jets and obviously the fans and so forth for his time here and etc. But obviously he's also stated that he gave his gave 100% every time he stepped foot on the pitch. But I don't think it was the 100% that we were, or pretty much all the fans were expecting. But for the position we were in, and obviously the slump that we were coming out of, to be fair, we surely can't have been expecting, top stars, obviously, or Honda or Usain Bolt or all these big names now that are coming into the A League. You weren't disappointed with him. You didn't mind him. You had a bit of a soft spot for him there, mate. So
I did, mate. I look. To be fair, Wayne Brown has come in, was signed under the old Scott Miller regime as an ex-player of Scott Miller that he had dealt with before. Knew what he could and couldn't do. So he's came in at a very low point at the Jets. So he's been at the low points. He's seen the highs with the Jets as well, making the A League Grand Final last season. And to be fair, the club has moved leaps and bounds while Wayne has been at the club. We're not going to expect superstar out of him, but at the same point as well, Wayne Brown did his job in the 12 months that he was there under Scott Miller. I think he did give 100%.
Yeah.
But in the later parts in managers after that, I do believe he still gave 100%, but it's very difficult to look good and give 100% in a role that you are unfamiliar with.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I will just state as well on this, if obviously everyone out there has Twitter and that, I think there was a tweet, I believe it was Mitchell Hughes. Obviously, there was an interview there with Ernie Merrick beforehand, and that was a pretty good little video there, obviously, as well, in regards to that, as well as obviously other things which we'll get into a little bit later.
But judging by the mood of that video as well, judging by Ernie Merrick's, the way that he spoke about Wayne Brown in that video, is that it simply comes down to the fact that Wayne Brown's probably approached them and gone, "Hey, Gaffer, what are the prospects of me getting some regular first-team football next season?" They've been honest and they've turned around and gone, "Well, look, mate, we just don't think you're up to it. And we can get that sort of thing from an Australian player." Unfortunately, first team call-ups may be a bit few and far between. Hang on a sec. These first team call-ups may be a bit few and far between. So he's turned around and gone, "Well, look, I need to be playing first team football. I'm 29 years of age now. I don't have a lot of time left in my legs. I want to chase some first team football." And the Jets have always been renowned as a club that, if a player wants to leave in search of something, they're more than happy to let them go.
Yeah, look, 100%. Obviously, with the likes of Ernie Merrick and obviously Laurie McKinnon at the helm, those guys definitely are not going to step in anyone's way if they feel that they can get a better opportunity anywhere else. Example, obviously, Andrew Naboot, I'm sure they would have loved to keep him and didn't want him to let him go, but obviously when you get opportunities like that, obviously with the guys like Merrick and obviously Laurie, who have played and obviously coached, etc. They know what it's like, and at the end of the day,
it's come out as a mutual agreement, but it's not a bad mutual agreement. Both parties leaving the club, like in another video that I saw as well, is that when the boys were boarding the bus to the airport today, Wayne Brown actually came down in his plain clothes, having not been a member of the team anymore, and actually saw them all off and said his goodbye to them all personally.
Yeah, and again,
if it wasn't a good mutual agreement to both, go their separate ways, that something like that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, look, as I said, he's always been class. I've been fortunate enough to meet him a couple of times, including obviously I spent 2 hours with him, pretty much confined to a aircraft. Obviously, when they were heading down to Melbourne for a preseason game against City a couple of years ago, and he's just class. More than happy to talk to you, and we sat there and obviously had a good chat for a while, and Obviously gave us his thoughts for the season because obviously it was pre-season at the time, and again, just more than happy to have a chat and everything else. So look, good luck to him, and obviously again, as you said, he's only 29, so he's still got a bit of life left, and hopefully somewhere we'll pick him up decent, and who knows, maybe another A League side. Central Coast needs some players.
Yeah, I have no doubt that I have no doubt that another club will come in and utilise him in ways that we were unfortunately unable to do so.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we'll move on a little bit further again, mate. Obviously, you just slightly touched on it there that obviously Wayne Brown came down to see the boys off this morning, or this afternoon, as they embark, obviously, the trip to Spain.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's going to be a bloody long flight to bloody sit there with Ernie Merrick.
He'd be fine to deal with. He'd just pull faces at you.
Yeah, well, they won't be smiling faces, that's for sure. He'd be so serious. God knows what are we going through his head on the frigging flight for that long. So, look,
I know exactly what it is. I hope that I'm not seated next to Ben Kanarowski, and I hope I don't have him in my ear for 14 hours.
Oh, mate, friggin', there's probably a few others out there, obviously, that he's probably praying that he doesn't get sat next to. But anyway, another topic. But yeah, look, as I said, we'll move into a little bit about that, and obviously everyone who may not know as of yet, yes, we've just embarked, obviously, a flight to Spain, heading over there for a tournament. So I believe it's 11 days, an 11-day tournament, where we'll be based out of the Marcia. Based out of Marcia, and they'll be training at the Penata Arena, which has obviously held a few decent sides, obviously, for training camps along the lines of Borussia Dortmund, Newcastle United, Lyon, and I'm sure there's many more there obviously that have been there and obviously gone over there for pre-season training. The boys won't know what hit them. Obviously, it's bloody hot over there at the moment, so.
It is.
They'll be gearing up for a few beach sprints there on the beautiful Spanish beaches over there, mate. So, obviously your take, obviously, in the move heading over there, good move to go over and mix it with a couple of the sides over there.
Yeah, look, I think it's a great experience, and how Laurie's managed to pull this off is beside me. Like, it's the first time that an A League club is going to be represented in the Spanish or in Spain.
Yeah.
So they're facing off against two Segunda Division clubs and one La Liga club. And one of them, like Getafe, finished 8th in La Liga last season. So that's going to be a massive, even if they lose, which they're going to get so much out of these games. Yeah,
100%. Obviously, so obviously their first game is actually on the 28th of July against, I believe, again, it's Cartagena FC. That'll be played on the 28th, and then, as you said, they've got Getafe, who they play on Wednesday the 1st, and again, the final hit-out will be against Real Murcia, obviously where they're based out of, and that'll be on Friday the 3rd. Unfortunately, obviously, we don't get any televised footage. I do believe, obviously, if you do want to get any updates and so forth, Newcastle Jets FC Twitter will be the place to be going for all those info. Obviously, as you wake up on the mornings of those dates, because it's held at about 3 a.m. our time, I believe, guys. So anyone who's up around that time, not too far away from you, Benny, you'll be up at about 4:30. So you'll probably catch the end of it. You probably catch the end of it. So, but yeah, look, obviously it's going to be a big task for us. Even the two second division sides, I don't believe they'll be, a walk in the park. It'll be a lot different tournament compared to the one we held over in China. So.
Oh yes, Spain. So they're all very technically based teams.
Yeah, yeah. So,
It's a different brand of football.
completely different brand of football, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they adapt. Obviously, again, as I said, it's been freezing up here. I don't know, it's been cold down in Melbourne, obviously for you, mate. But last two mornings have been about 0 degrees here, so it's definitely cold up here. And obviously, going straight from that to mid-20s at least. But obviously, the humidity-wise, been a lot more over there. So look, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But again, I believe that's why Merrick's chosen it to go over there. He wants to obviously boys to fire and come. I dare say even the first round of the FFA Cup. You know what I mean? Like I think he wants to go all out and obviously hit the ground running from obviously that first FFA Cup hit out. And look, I do believe he did say that that all the players will get a hit out whilst over there. So obviously he's really starting to knuckle down now, I'd say, and it's really, really determine obviously who's going to be best 11. Again, we've got plenty of spots available with the transfer window. Again, now obviously freeing up an international spot with Brown leaving. So who knows, mate? They could come back with a bit of extra baggage in a player, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that talk is, and which also came from that Ernie Merrick video, was that we're looking to sign. We are, and he's going to have a look around while he's in Spain, but he wants to have a look at 2 strikers.
Yeah. Look, obviously, it's going to be interesting. I personally think we need another midfielder, but again, he knows best. He gets paid to do his job, so I'm not going to sit here and tell him how to do his job. But
although Donovan being out, we still need one.
Well, yeah, 100%, and then obviously, again, it couldn't hurt. Maybe find a decent player that can play a little bit deeper, just behind the strikers, like an Andrew Naboot maybe. Sort of play all around, and obviously, likes of Ben Kenarowski and that who can play all over the shop. That'd be fantastic. We can pick up another player of his caliber. Maybe a lot better skill level. Sorry, sorry, Benny, if you listen to me. Not saying you're shit. But yeah, obviously the Spanish league, obviously a little bit of a step up compared to the A League there, mate.
Oh yeah.
So look, yeah, as I said, guys, it'll be a good hit out for us, and it's good to see now. Obviously, just the fact that obviously we're going to China, and we've been to China, and we're going now to Spain, and it's good to see obviously the club moving forward in the right direction. Obviously, 3 years ago, there's no way international hit outs, and obviously, especially maybe one coming here. Obviously, the LA Galaxy being the one that comes to mind for me, watching obviously back and play against the Jets was pretty spectacular. But yeah, obviously we haven't seen anything like that in a long time. So no, it's good to see. Obviously, hopefully we can stay up where we are and obviously compete no different to what we did this season, and maybe the pricks can come out here next year.
Well, yeah, and I still think Spain's a lot nicer place to go than what City have managed to drum up going to India.
Yeah, I never really got that. I never really got that whole, cool, all right, guys, let's board the plane to India. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, that's special.
To be fair, though, the Indian Premier League is an up-and-coming retirement league.
They play about friggin' 10, 12 games of the season. It's like a 12-game season. It's like a guest stint season.
Yeah, basically.
But
a lot of well-known players have been there.
Yeah, well, friggin' maybe Tevez might get a run over there. I hear he's friggin' freed up. So you said earlier today.
Yeah, I heard whispers that Carlos Tevez has been released from his contract at Boca Juniors.
Boca Juniors, wow. Wonder where he's going to end up. Any leads, mate?
Any leads? I heard a whisper that maybe Sydney FC were looking to sign his signature.
Sydney FC? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, let's love to get their finger involved in everything, don't they? Bloody hell.
They do. I think it's just getting their name in the media. But I have confirmed. I have confirmed that there is a Vic Soccer Sunday League side called Albert Park Strikers, who have actually gone in and wanting to discuss his availability.
Well, good luck to them. Good luck to them. I don't know
Good luck to them. Yes. And the other team I heard was who were interested in having talks with him was Satellite City United, but unfortunately they couldn't offer him his own dressing room as part of his demands.
Oh, thank God for that. I was going to say, man, I'm not long left there, and I could have had the chance to play with a friggin' legend. Unbelievable. Thank God.
Myself too.
Oh, thank God he turned it down for the friggin' dressing chat issues. Far out. I'd been furious otherwise. Unlucky Alex, mate. Get that shit sorted, mate, and maybe get some decent plays into the club. I hear Terence might go back next season. You hear he's not getting much game time out of Phoenix.
Well, not while he's injured anyway.
Well, hard enough, mate. Hard enough. So yeah, guys, look, as I said, there's obviously a fair bit going on with the Jets. Another one, obviously, that you guys may or may not have heard. Obviously, the F3 Derby coming early to us this year, obviously, and on Hunter Valley soil up in Maitland. So yeah, obviously they've secured a trial match there. Obviously, no surprise. Obviously, with the, McKenna obviously pulling all the strings there, I'd imagine, making that happen. But yeah, 25th of August. I believe it's a Saturday night. I think. Don't quote me on the exact time. I know it's the 25th of August though. But I did hear whispers that it was going to be a night game or a late afternoon game. Yeah, look, it's F3 Derby. Possibly the first time we'll get to see Usain Bolt. Again, look, obviously we've had digs and we've had jokes and la-di-da and everything else. But as I was saying to another mate the other day, I wouldn't mind seeing him. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I've seen some of his shit and I've seen some action and seen some of his training drills and so forth. And look, it's not that bad. Like I could definitely see him mixing it with the A League. Not saying that.
Really?
100%. You can move the ball and obviously, good luck catching him.
Of course.
Yeah. He gets on a breakaway up front, mate. just let him go. But yeah, look, so that'll be a good hit, obviously, if he does end up getting to play there. Don't count on it though. I dare say it'll be just a nice, quiet, friendly. It'd be good for Ben Kennedy. Obviously, you only have to travel 5 minutes down the road. Still lives in Maitland, I do believe. So,
good old BK, we love him.
Yeah, good old BK. Friggin', anytime you want to come home, mate, take a pay cut. We'll have you.
I don't think it would be a pay cut. I think it'd be more, if you're more than willing to sit on the bench, then by all means.
Yeah, well, no, we don't want that. He's doing all right at the coast. He's
getting exactly what he left the Jets to get, and that's first team minutes. And you begrudge a player that.
No, that's exactly right. Yeah, he saved as much as he could. Thanks for all the goals in the last F3 Derby last season, mate. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I bet he would have ached to be on the pitch at that one.
You had to do it. Had to do it, didn't you, mate?
I had to, only because I saw it again used earlier this week.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Yeah,
hey, it was well worth the plane flight up there, mate.
Yeah, well, obviously there's that's probably another topic. Obviously, we can talk about, mate. So obviously, you've got the dates sorted. Round 1, no, sorry, not round 1. Round 3, first home game, mate. Friggin' grand final replay. Do you think you can have a breath, suck it up, move on, and you reckon you're going to make it up here for round 3, mate?
I will, mate. Me and Mrs. Cornerfly Games are in talks to get it done.
Happy days, mate. Happy days.
We're in contract negotiation talks.
I do have some pretty good seats for you that game, mate. If you do manage to come up, so
I know you do.
So you'll have probably the best view in the house, other than right next. Oh, maybe except for Lockie Marr. Lockie Marr's probably got the best seats in the house at the moment. Don't know how he.
Lockie Marr always has the best seats in the house.
Don't know how he scores it every week. But I think it's about time he passed the baton and let someone else have a go.
No. It's about time he passed the stretcher.
Yeah, about time he used it. He almost got a go friggin' late last season, but I don't know what the hell he was doing there.
Was it Boogs?
Yeah, when Boogs went down.
When Boogs done his leg?
Yeah. No, he almost got a crack, but it wasn't to be. Maybe this year, not for the Jets though. Maybe someone else from the other side friggin' does some damage. You might have got a run almost for the grand final if friggin' things were different there. Obviously at the end when the Jackie Chan fly kick friggin' come through. Unbelievable. In saying it though, mate, actually, sorry guys, I totally forgot to tell you. I can't remember if I did or I didn't tell you. I have spoken to a very, very important person of the Newcastle Jets. I'm not going to spoil it too much at this stage, but I have been speaking to a good mate of mine, Chris McPherson from SportsCastle. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Chris. I'm absolutely muffed it then. SportsCastle, which is another Newcastle podcast in regards to obviously all sports in Newcastle itself. We have managed to get ourselves a little question and answer with a very special Newcastle Jets member at the Maitland Sports Complex when we do host Central Coast. So yeah, I'll be pretty keen to have a chin wag with that special guest.
Can't wait.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you can't. I can't wait, mate. I'll be very excited. hopefully that one conversation will progress to obviously many more throughout the year.
Yes.
So, look, mate, friggin' fired through this episode. I've never talked so quick in my life, I don't think. Sort of having a geezer there, mate. What have you got any other topics? Obviously, it doesn't have to be A League. General topics. How you been? What's going on? Any dramas?
Oh well. Before we go into into more personal things, there was one game of football that was played, a very important game of football, or as we were recording this last night, that was played.
Yeah, actually, now that you do remember it, I wouldn't say a very important game, but it was.
It was a very important game. What my win at indoors not an important game?
Yeah, actually, I totally forgot you'd said something about that to bring that up in the conversation. That's my bad, mate. No, we
are referring to the Perth-Chelsea game.
No, we're not, and 100% we're not. And now that you've brought it up and you've had a good laugh and you think you're all freaking king shit and so forth, guys, jump onto Facebook and jump onto Facebook and type in Indoor Soccer World at Tullamarine. They have the Facebook page there. I do believe in the next week or so they will be uploading a video of the game that was held yesterday. And who knows, you might see Ben kick friggin' corner posts, kick friggin' something other than possibly a ball in rage.
Oh, no, I was good last night. I only hit the post 3 times.
Holy cow. And you hit that with a ball or your foot?
No, I didn't kick any walls last night, mate. It was a good game.
It was a good game. Scored a penalty, I heard.
5 from 5.
5 from 5, freaking hell. Harry Kane wishes he had your boots.
I missed one, but that one didn't count.
Was it a retake, was it?
Nah, yeah, it was Damo's fault, not mine.
Oh, bloody hell, Damo. But yeah, look, jump on Indoor Soccer World, guys, and have a geezer of it. I'll post it up on either my Facebook or Twitter or something like that if I can find it. And yeah, have a geezer. I'm sure. I can't wait for it. To be fair, I've been asking and begging them to freaking put something up of these guys play for a while now. So it'll be good to finally see how the boys are going without me.
Well, we're currently sitting second with, I think it's a week or 2 weeks left in the season.
Jeez, must be a shit grade.
It's Monday A's.
Monday A's, so it's probably equivalent to Z grade.
No.
Yeah, no, I can't talk. I'm actually looking pretty forward to getting down there and having a run in October personally. So hopefully they're still playing then.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, look, as I said, guys, obviously Ben was saying before I obviously rudely interrupted him. Obviously the game yesterday between Perth and Chelsea. Yeah, look, it was flogging down in Perth last night. I'll give it that much.
Oh yeah.
And Chelsea are probably used to it, to be fair. Yeah, look, it was all right. Good result. I would say good result. I was happy with it.
Good result for Perth.
Yeah. Even Chelsea, I suppose. That was their first hit out, apparently.
Mm.
So, you'd take it. Good goal.
Yeah.
Absolute cracker there in the first half, early on. But Chelsea, Perth had their chances. They had a few good chances, and but was it Davidson?
Jason Davidson, yeah.
Davidson, yeah. Mate, someone check how much he's getting paid from Perth. How they've picked him up. Obviously, this guy's come from the likes of Huddersfield Town, West Brom,
Millwall, most recently.
Most recently Millwall, and now to Perth. Now he's not young. Sorry, not old in any sense of the word. I believe, off the top of my head, he's about 27.
Roughly, yep.
I think he's about the same age as Aaron Moy. So, by all means, he's not young, and obviously, I still think he should be playing at a lot higher level. And obviously, he was a massive part of the 2014 World Cup, and I think he played every game in that World Cup, and obviously the 2015 Asian Champions League final. So, Asian Champions League, and then obviously the final as well. But yeah, obviously he's going to be an absolute talent. He's going to be fantastic to watch all year, I think. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And looking at the squad that Tony Popovich has assembled for Perth Glory, as well, somebody check their salary cap, please.
Oh, yeah. You and I were talking about this the other day, and far out. All they got.
Some of the players they've got.
Like, just off the top of their head, like they've picked up, I believe it's Sanalab. They picked up from West Sydney.
Yep.
Western Sydney captain. They've got Franjic, I believe, has gone over there.
Yep, Ivan Franjic has gone from Brisbane to there.
He's getting on, but he put a ball in last night, and it was pretty much the exact same ball that bloody Cahill dropped that volley. So against Holland. So yeah, look, I'm sure you've got a few more
who else
have just come in.
Dino Djulbic, Tando Valafi, Matt Sporanovic.
Yeah. And obviously add that to
Fabio Ferreira.
Oh, yeah, Fabio Ferreira. He played all right last night, to be fair.
Yeah, last season, in the second half of last season, they brought in Kilkenny.
Yes.
Who else have we got listed here? Tomislav Marcella.
Bloody hell. And obviously you add to that, you obviously add your Keos and...
Keos.
Diego
Castro.
Castro obviously came on and played about 20 minutes last night. He looked pretty rough. He must be definitely coming back from injuries. So.
Oh yeah, he is.
He looked very, very rough. So obviously just trying to get a few minutes into his legs, but
and then you've got existing Perth players that would be on rather high salaries, like Keogh and your Chris Harolds, and definitely Shane Lowry and Alex Grant.
Well, yeah, 100%. I'll tell you what, Adam Taggart must have been on an absolute killing, mate. They've let him go, and they've bought bloody all these players in.
A lot of them ex-Socceroos.
Yeah. No, they're going to go. They're going to be very, very tough to beat, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look, as I said, guys, it's going to be a very interesting season, I think. Obviously, Ben and I have talked a little bit about it. Our thoughts, obviously, of teams that we think. Obviously, we're not going to go in and do a prediction as of yet, but obviously, the teams that we think are going to do well and possible ones that are going to sort of slump a little bit this season. Obviously, Perth for us is definitely up the top, and I think you're crazy if you haven't got them up the top with obviously the players and that they've got.
I've been saying that for months.
Yeah. To be perfectly fair, I personally think that they've got a better side than City will put on the pitch, and that's
I agree.
And that's obviously with, I'm sure, City still bringing players in. I personally think Perth's done. I don't think they could possibly scrape another frigging player in that salary cap. So yeah, obviously Perth's going to be definitely up there. The Central Coast are going to struggle again this year, which is fantastic. Not because I hate them. I just don't think they're going to have the power and the strike power and the quality to get the job done.
They haven't got the finances or the draw.
Yeah, and obviously, I think Melbourne's going to struggle this year. I say that very loosely. Yeah, I think Victory's going to. They're not going to. I see them making semis, but I don't think they're going to have what they need come the last 3 weeks of the competition.
To be brutally fair, Victory unfortunately have to go through this path. And when I was speaking about this to some of the boys at work the other day, Victory is starting to go down the path of recycling some of their old Australian players and getting them back after they've got sold them off.
Yeah,
and it has they will have to have done it for the simple fact that all the decent Australian talent that I would have foreseen Victory picking up has all gone across to Perth already.
Yeah.
And they're left with no other option to grab back some of their players and recycle them.
Yeah. Look, obviously they're in massive talks, I do believe, with Honda. From Japan.
They are.
So, look, if they pick him up, it will help. But I don't think.
Oh yeah.
I don't think a Honda or even a Barisha, if he was still there, is going to be enough to save them this year. I don't think. I think they're just going to, and hopefully round 3 will prove that and come out and absolutely decimate them for what they done to us in the grand final.
Correct.
Hopefully I can get a shot of Terence with a few tissues in his face. That'd be muchly appreciated. He's a softie at the best of times, but obviously watching the Victory get beat by a heat would really, really rub that salt.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously other news. I'm also going to try and get again, as I said, Chris McPherson, who does the other podcast here in Newcastle, SportsCastle. I'm going to speak to him in the next week or two and try and get him on to obviously, it's not in ways plug his obviously YouTube, his podcast, because it is brilliant for obviously everyone out there in Newcastle who does love their footy and sport in general, because he pretty much covers every competition in Newcastle, from the AFL to the Union to the League, obviously local league, the Knights in the NRL. So he pretty much covers everything, and obviously he does a bloody good job at it. So again, I'm also working with him to obviously get a few tours obviously set up for obviously our away days, whether it be Sydney, Perth, wherever. And hopefully, obviously, in the next couple of months, we can really drive that home and sort it out, and obviously, help each other out and help obviously the NEWCASTLE out, obviously, to get to and from away days as cheap as possible, because we're all a bunch of tight asses up here. I don't think you're going to find one NEWCASTLE who doesn't admit to that.
It's the same down here, mate.
Cheaper the better. Trust me, I've watched it firsthand, mate. I've been to God knows how many football games with obviously the guys up here at the in the NCL, and the early days being the squadron, and we'd all rock up down there in Melbourne, and you go to the gate, and you look at old mate, and just a general admission, mate. $30. I'm like, come again? What about the dry hill?
Yeah.
Just a child's ticket, please. You do anything to try and freaking get out of $1. As you've met Loudy and so forth, mate. That was them down to a T. Anything.
Yeah, and let's not forget my run up to the World Cup, to the not the World Cup, my run up to the A League Grand Final.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What a schmozzle.
Yeah, could have saved a few bob then, Benjamin.
Oh, saved a few bob. Wow, that's putting it lightly.
When are you changing that? Changing your name obviously on your channel as well, mate. Benjamin
I'm actually thinking of legally giving myself an alias or second name and changing it to Beneman just in case I make that mistake again.
Oh man, I can't believe they asked for your license at the gate. I've never ever. If anyone, in all honesty, that's not even. Yeah, I've just thought about that now. But in all honesty, if anyone has caught a flight domestic, and when you've got to the actual gate, just to scan your ticket to walk out onto the tarmac to go onto the plane, and they've asked you for ID, let me know. Put it down in the comment section or something like that, and go, yeah, it's happened to me. Because when Ben told me that, not just myself, friggin' family and friends and all that, I just looked at it and just gone, yeah, good joke. You've actually just, they haven't scanned it. You've literally just fucked up somewhere else. Because I've never heard of them checking ID. Like, have you ever been checked for ID before that?
What, in regards to flights?
Yeah, when they obviously checked
once,
for your ID.
Yeah, one other time, but it wasn't at the gate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when you check in, and obviously to check your bag in, that's when they've asked it for you last time. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been asked for my ID there either, but I'd imagine that would be if that was to happen, they said to me, can I check your ID? Yeah, no problem. But yeah, right at the gate.
It happened, but I got there.
Had to sell everything you friggin' own pretty well to friggin' get there, but anyway.
I did.
Yeah, it was. Well, it wasn't. I was going to say it wasn't. It was worth it, but it was.
It was still worth it.
Could have been better.
It could have been better.
It'll be better this year.
Yes.
But yeah, but as I said, I'll speak to Chris and obviously see if we can get him on and obviously rattle his brain. Obviously, Ben's pretty good at rattling people's brains for information and so forth. And as I said, I've spoken to Ben about his stuff before and obviously how professionally he does his work and so forth. And obviously we can only learn from him, obviously, to get our channels better and obviously get as many viewers as we can and as many listeners as we can, obviously.
Well, we've got to do it somehow.
100%, mate, 100%. So, look, as I said, guys, I think we'll start to wrap it up. Again, it's not a great deal. There's only so much we can obviously talk about in pre-season. It's going to be pretty raw. It's going to be pretty bare, obviously, until we get closer and closer to game kick-off, obviously, for the A League. And obviously, if we keep on progressing through the FFA Cup, fingers crossed, we can get through round one. That's all I'm hoping for. If we bet, if we get through against Gold Coast and they, pardon me, do the draw and okay, we've drawn freaking Perth or we've drawn whatever. Yeah, you know what? I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Just hopefully it'll be at home. We get knocked out round two. I'll go, sweet as, it's improvement. Next year next year we're aiming for round three. But yeah, look, as I said, guys, we will try and bring as much content as we can to you guys. Obviously, whether it be A League, Premier League, if we feel it's relevant to you guys and stuff that you guys should have a read and know about, obviously we're going to deliver it to you. But yeah, strongly.
If you guys find news that you think we should be talking about as well, guys, smash us links in the comments.
Yeah, 100%. We're actually only talking about that on the NEWCASTLE podcast, which I'm also a part of. That I do with Ben here and obviously a few other guys. As I said, you guys are the key. So as much info and as much questions, topics, shade, as I said, a lot of you guys out there who do listen to me and Ben obviously know us well. We don't mind a bit of a banter and so forth. So as I said, Ben's got an actual...
Guest contributors. Special guest contributors.
100%. You want to be on the show, it's pretty straightforward. You don't need to be here. I don't need to meet up with you or anything like that. We can easily do this. As I said, me and Ben are doing this from completely different states. So it's pretty straightforward, obviously, how easy it is to get it on. I know, shout out to Loudy, Dave and James. I have spoken to you guys and we will try and get you on to get a bit of an insight, obviously, into the early days of the Jets and so forth, and obviously we'll say the glory days, the good old days, where we could throw shit and say whatever we wanted, and no one would give a shit.
You could bring a drum.
Yeah, you could bring anything. You could you could shout Andrew Hoole and friggin' not get friggin' told not to say his name. Can't help he's a wanker. Anyway.
Yeah, you ruin your voice if you keep having to shout to Europe.
It's a bloody long way to friggin' shout. I'm surprised I can't believe
it is.
No wonder they probably stopped us friggin' from saying it. But yeah. Look, guys, anyway, friggin' thanks heaps, mate, for being here.
Not a problem, mate. Anytime.
Yeah. Again, guys, strongly recommend going and checking out Ben's channel, whether it be his own, obviously, Corner Flag Games or the Len Network, where we do talk pretty much anything and everything over there. Again, guys, thank you for listening. I will leave all my links and obviously all my feeds and that for Twitter and Ben's obviously as well down below. Please, guys, comment, like the content, dislike the content. It's fine. It will only help me improve. And obviously, if you do dislike it, please again leave a comment and tell me how to better it or what you feel I need to be doing to better that. Look, cheers, guys. Thank you very much. And till the next time, we hate Coast Scum. See you guys.